Welcome to TACRUS for another session on SD-WAN. In today's session, we will look at how to manually bootstrap an iOS SD-WAN device. So let's get started. If your iOS router is connected to a DHCP server and you are not using PNP, or if your iOS router is not connected to a DHCP server on the WAN, configure the router manually using the CLI. Connect to the router using a management console. Stop PNP to allow access to the CLI by using the following command. PNPA service discovery stop. Wait for a couple of seconds, you should see a PNP discovery message, which indicates the service has now stopped. At this point we now can look to start the SD-WAN configuration. To get started we need to issue the command config transaction. There is 4 main fields which need to be configured under the SD-WAN system command, which is as follows. System IP, Site ID, VBOND, Organization name. At this point we now can look to start the SD-WAN configuration. Configure the system IP address first. The vManage NMS uses the system IP address to identify the device so that the NMS can download the full configuration to the device. Type the command system IP, this is used as a router ID. Note, the system IP address is used as the router ID for BGP or OSPF. If you configure a router ID for either of these protocols and it is different from the system IP address, the router ID takes precedence. Now configure site ID. Note, the site ID is numeric identifier of the site in the Cisco SD-WAN overlay network. The site ID must be the same for all Cisco cEgde devices that reside in the same network. Now configure the IP address of the VBOND orchestrator or a DNS name that points to the VBOND orchestrator. The VBOND orchestrator's IP address must be a public IP address, to allow the router to reach the VBOND orchestrator. Type VBOND, DNS name or IP address. Now configure the organization name, which is the name that is included in the certificates on all devices in the overlay network. This name must be the same on all devices. Type organization name. My example is JoaLab. Now exit the system prompt. Configure the tunnel interface to use for overlay connectivity. Ensure that the tunnel interface ID does not conflict with any other interface IDs that may be auto-assigned by vManage. You can verify this in configuration preview. Type interface tunnel with uppercase then the required interface number. Under the tunnel interface, use the following commands. Type IP unnumbered, use the WAN physical interface. Type tunnel source, use the WAN physical interface. Type tunnel mode SD-WAN. Type interface, use the full physical WAN interface name. Type tunnel interface. Type the color you wish to use. In the example, I have chosen public internet. Next type encapsulation IPsec. Now exit. Now we need to add a default IP route. Use the command IP route. Now to save changes with iOS software we need to issue the commit command. Thanks for taking your time to watch this short video. Please give us a like and if you kindly could subscribe to the channel it would be very appreciated.